What's up, guys? I just got to see in The Flash, directed by Andy Muschietti. A movie that finally found its director after asking so many people, including, most surprisingly, Jordan Peele. Can you imagine Jordan Peele directed a Flash movie? That'd be some trippy ass shit. But this movie was announced when the Flash television show started airing. It took them 10 years to get to this movie. The DCU's been around about, really, they say it started with Man of Steel, but I think it was supposed to start with Green Lantern, but Green Lantern was a failure. This thing has been a failure since jump. Let's just be. The only absolute win that this whole fucking thing has is Wonder Woman and Aquaman. Those are the only, well, I guess, and the Suicide Squad. This franchise doesn't have many absolute wins. And even the Suicide Squad is flopped. So even though it's a great movie, it's not an absolute win. Wonder Woman is kind of this franchise's only absolute, undoubtedly win that it ever got. Like, it's a movie's 10 years in the making, and it's messy. It's not messy, but it's like everything that has gone on, it is messy. Everything that has gone on behind the scenes with this movie, and is in a nutshell what DCU has been. An embarrassing mess of something that we love. It's just been an embarrassing mess, and I feel like watching this movie is like I finally have closure over this embarrassing mess. And I know we have 2 more movies coming from DC this year. One that James Gunn says is kind of going to be part of the next DCU, and then you have Aquaman 2. And I see some people advocating that they should put both of those movies on streaming. And to you, I say, you are a fucking idiot, bro. No one cares. No one cares. Everyone can tell the difference. No one's fucking stupid. Everyone knows. Everyone has a smartphone. Everyone that wants to know will know. If you make a good movie and you have a good trailer, people will show up. They don't care if it's connected to what. No one cares, bro. If you make a good fucking movie, people will show up. The first Spider-Verse movie opened at 30 million. They came back and they fucking did that 4 times that, bro. No one fucking cares. You make something good, people will catch on. Go make some good fucking movies and stop trying to worry about what's connected to what. Stop trying to be the MCU. No one fucking cares. Just make a good movie. And go release those fucking movies and make some money, so you can have budgets for the next movies that are coming out. So anyone that thinks after seeing The Flash, and let's be straight up about it, this movie is going to be a failure financially. It's not going to do that good domestically. It's not going to do that good internationally. It's got a B cinema score at 86% verified audience score. That's not even review bomb, nothing. That's verified. People bought the ticket. People saw the movie. So this movie, even though I'm going to have nice things to say about it, and I'm going to have some very mean things to say about it, this movie is not going to be the one, and it's not been what WBD has been hyping it up to be as the greatest movie of all time. You see people like Stephen King. He probably got wrote a check. Then you have Tom Cruise. I think they say they're courting him for a role. Probably going to be Hal Jordan. We're going to see how that goes over. I wouldn't be surprised. Then you have Andy Muschietti, who James Gunn has already told us he's going to direct Batman the Brave and the Bold. They had a lot of shit riding on this movie, man. From jump, they had a lot. I think since Black Adam, I think they've known what they were going to do since Black Adam. I think all this shit they've known since the day James Gunn got hired. Every move that we've slowly found out about, whether it's been from who's going to direct what, who's going to be in what's going to happen. I think they've known they were going to do that for months and months and months and months. And the hype of this movie, they've hyped it up to be one of the greatest superhero movies of all time. One of the greatest comic book movies of all time. It is just not that. They set people to expect. I don't know why they would do this. They know people that don't like the fucking actor. They know people don't like Ezra Miller. They had people who are in this movie for 3 to 4 lines promoting the fuck out of his movie. His movie. Not Sasha Keller's movie. Not Michael Shannon's movie. Not Michael Keaton's movie. His movie. He is on the screen twice. He has 2 fucking faces on the screen at once for most of the movie. It is his movie, but he can't promote it. And they hype it up by calling it one of the greatest superhero movies of all time. And let me tell you why it's not. The first 20 minutes, they were going out the gate. They were just ready to go out the gate. We're in fucking Gotham, saving, helping Bruce Wayne with collapsing hospital, fighting bad guys, blah, 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 blah. First 20 minutes, we're just in there. And man, it was. And there's a scene of him saving babies, and you can see, oh, the mommy put a baby in the microwave. I think the score and everything they had behind that scene could have been really good. But the music and the score and all, it was just obnoxious, man. It was really fucking obnoxious. They could have had their like Quicksilver and Days of Future Past type moment, but it was like the score really, the song, the score, everything really ruined that scene for me, man. Like I was just thinking, man, this score is so fucking obnoxious the whole time that he was doing that. And I don't feel like this movie really gets to a fun part until he finally meets the other Barry. Yeah, the girl, I don't even know the girl's name. That girl that's been Iris, I don't even think her name has been mentioned in promo. We're probably never going to see that girl again as a character. Who fucking cares? But, who cares? So, yeah, but that girl's Iris, and she was fine in the role. But, like I said, like after that conversation he has with Iris and he finally meets the other Barry, from that point to about when all the shitty, useless cameos happen, this is a very fun, lighthearted, sometimes emotional comic book movie. And I feel like that's where they get this, oh, this is the greatest comic book movie ever. It feels like a comic book. Now, they're not straight adapting Flashpoint, you know? Like, it's weird. You're trying to do a Flashpoint story, but you don't have Cyborg. You don't have Thomas Wayne, and you don't have, most importantly, if you're not going to have anybody, but you're going to adapt the Flashpoint movie, you don't have Yellow Flash. They don't even allude to who fucking kills his mom. They don't even think about it. It's not even a thought. Barry doesn't even think about, what if I actually find the motherfucker who kills him? What if I get there and see who does it? He never even thinks about doing that. He's thinking about, how am I going to prevent it? And they say, oh, I'm going to give her this can, and that's going to stop this person from going. It's like, what the fuck? They never even, like, try to get down to that point. And that's what they wanted to do. That's what they wanted to do. But like I said, that first act, the first 20 minutes until he actually meets the other Barry, this movie is just all over the place. For me, it's just messy. I wasn't vibing what they were doing the first 20 minutes. Then he finally meets the other Barry, and I feel like it starts to get funny, lighthearted. I was really vibing with all the jokes. I was vibing with how they were slowly showing us that this world is not like Barry's world. And then Michael Keaton is Batman. That's a Batman that kicks ass. I can understand why James Gunn watched this movie and watched what Andy Muschietti did with Batman and said, I want this guy to direct Brave and the Bold. Because that was a retired Batman. He was whooping ass. You put that Batman in there with Christian Bale, he's going to whoop his ass. You put that Batman in there with Robert Pattinson, he's going to whoop his ass. You put that Batman in there with Ben Affleck's Batman, I don't know who's going to win that one. But you put him in there with the other Batmans, he's going to whoop their ass. That retired motherfucker that's walking around eating pots or listening to music was whooping ass. That was a badass Batman. So we're going to tell you, we're going to get a basically in our prime Batman with other, well, I don't know if it's, because the Brave and the Bold, the cover of the Brave and the Bold that everyone keeps sharing around, that's not actually Batman in that cover. That's Dick Grayson, the costume. But whoever is going to be, is going to whoop some ass. And I think Andy Muschietti is a great choice for that movie. So Michael Keaton as Batman, S tier, awesome. I love it. Sasha Kalau as Supergirl, something that the CW Supergirl never really tapped into. They did for like one episode where it was like the Red Kryptonite episode, but that wasn't really them like exploring the character of Kara. Is that she doesn't like humans that much. She doesn't like them at all. She doesn't have an easy time adjusting to human life like Clark does. She's very angry. She's very bashful. She has a short temper. Like, I feel like we saw a little bit of that in Sasha Kalau's Supergirl, but that was because they locked her up in a cage for 30 years. She had a more justifiable reason to be that angry. For one, if they found her once she hit down, I didn't look at a date. Maybe they found her like 5 years ago, but still. If they found her when she first hit down like 20 years ago, shouldn't she be in like her 40s? I guess Kryptonians do. I guess Kryptonians do age slowly, but still. I guess, fuck, I'm not going to nitpick that. But like I said, she only has 3 to 4 lines, and you're seeing her do a lot of promo because their main actor is not a likable guy. So I don't get confused about the promo she's doing. She's in this movie maybe 5 minutes. She's not in this movie a lot. Like, she's not in this movie that long. Michael Shannon as Zod. You've already seen what he said. If you're on Twitter, you've seen what he said. He said he felt like an action figure. He was there for the check. He wanted the check, got the check. He was there. He was just basically an action figure that Andy Muschietti and them used for the story. He had 3 to 4 lines, basically a rehash of what he was saying in the first Man of Steel. So, the actual third act and the ending of this movie was very emotional for me. I really vibed with it, and overall, the ending, how it came together, what are they gonna do? The actual ending of Ezra Miller's Flash is trapped in trapped in what is it? George Clooney's Batman's world. We're probably never gonna see anything about that. Maybe in 10 years when they do another multiverse story, and maybe Ezra Miller's Flash is maybe Ezra Miller as a person has been accepted back into Hollywood, but I doubt that's gonna happen. So we're probably never gonna see this storyline come to fruition or see an ending of this. So, The Flash, 2023, 10 years in the making. Is it the greatest comic book movie of all time? No. Is it a bad comic book movie or a bad movie in general? No. Are the cameos obnoxious, mean-spirited, and bad taste? Yes. That's the worst thing about this movie. So, they were just useless, man. Like, comic book movies, again, this is why I feel like the multiverse shit is not... I feel like Marvel's going to keep going full steam ahead with the multiverse shit. They already seen the big return with No Way Home. Even though multiverse and madness and other things haven't worked out in their favor, and they seem like it don't... The reason it didn't work out for The Flash is because most of those cameos, they were fucking useless. They had no reason to be in it. You didn't have to show that. You could have just shown worlds colliding together. You didn't actually need to show those fucking characters doing that weird shit. They didn't do anything. But I still think Marvel's going to go full steam ahead because the idea of having Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, Patrick Stewart's Charles Xavier on the same screen together, that's billions of dollars right there, baby. They're going to keep going full steam ahead. That's billions of dollars, baby. That's going to happen. So, The Flash 2023, I give it a 7 out of 10. It's not the worst movie ever. It's not the greatest movie ever, but it's a fun movie. So, The Flash, 7 out of 10. Peace.